Hello and welcome back to Ultrazine. So it's a time for some music, I think. Or what do you have for us, Robert?
Yes, I found these guys because they opened up for This Will Destroy You last week, and I had never heard them before, and I had no idea who they are, and I'm not going to spoil anything, and we will talk further on
Okay.
after the song.
Okay, well, let's check it out then.
Oh, by the way, they are from England, so yeah,
Okay,
go.
that's some kind of spoilers, but okay, let's go. Okay. How many are they?
Two. It's the two guys in the, I'm not sure, shaman type of clothing. This
Yeah.
was recorded at a huge outdoors festival, and that's why they had hired in the string
I understand why
section.
they did it because didn't sound like a two-man band.
Yeah, but other than that, other than the hired in string section, they do everything themselves. And as we could see, they play so many instruments
Yeah.
to be able to drum and to be able to play guitar with a bowstring is quite impressive. And the piano guy has like 3 or 4 pianos and some sample pads which they use to trigger different samples and
Yeah.
such. And he could play the trumpet as well.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that they are that kind of like instrumental post rock, which I often play for you. But these guys have a huge emphasis on external samples. And
Yeah.
to my knowledge, they have like 2 or 3 songs with an actual singer.
Okay.
Oftentimes, they just sample like different poems and sample like speeches from different movies and such.
Yeah. You really get that kind of feeling, this almost old classic horror soundtrack
yeah, a
feeling
bit,
to
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Um,
it makes sense if they have some stamps from movies and stuff like that. So yeah, I enjoy that a lot, but I don't. I have some questions, of course.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What the heck was that video they had playing on stage about?
Yes, the thing is, when I saw them live, they had different videos from for different
Yeah,
songs, and to my knowledge, they have been in production of every single one of the background videos that
yeah.
is shown. And in one instance, they showed a black and white animation in the background, which had a lot of anime references, to be honest. At
Okay.
first, it was like abstract black and white animation, and then you see the Ghibli character Ponyo just running around in the background, and the Evangelion robot and such. And they did not make that clip themselves, but they actually made sure to get the licensing from the artist that had done that clip. And there were some songs where you could hear like uh, it was different messages like animation of people going to war and showing how like brutal and how dehumanizing war is, and then it's some kind of poem in the background. Like the band you showed, Opeth, which
Mm.
had a poem from, not poem, but a speech from the Swedish
Olof Palme.
politician Olof
Yeah,
Palme. They had similar stuff in some of
yeah.
their songs. So yeah, it was a really cool show, and to be able to see like visuals on a huge projection screen in the background, but also that LCD screen that was in portrait mode at the front of the stage, and everything was connected, and they like managed to like sync everything up to the music, and yeah, it was a really cool stage show. Thing, especially since it was in front of like 120 people. So
Yeah.
um,
And there my
very
next
ambitious.
question, I think. You saw them live recently, and
Yeah.
but this feels like, if I have to say, big arena music in some kind of
Yes.
way.
Yes. So it really made sense for me to show a clip from a
Yeah.
huge outdoors festival. But this was indoors in a really small venue next to a boat ship charter harbor.
Okay.
You know the Silja Line
Yeah,
boats.
yeah,
They departed from the next door.
yeah. Okay.
So it was in the middle of nowhere in Slussen by the water and everything. And it was just such a cool show to see two people being able to do that much at the same time. And there were some looping of instruments, like the pianist looped. A phrase on the piano and then like played on another piano that was beside the first piano. So it's really impressive how much they managed to do on just two people.
Yeah, I understand that because this was really, what do you call it? This was really good. And if you haven't shown me a live video, you know, I have thought about 5, 6 people here
Yeah,
playing stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, very very nice. And
yeah. And they had no external member that helped them like trigger different audio samples and such. They did that all by themselves, which was kind of cool to see.
it's really cool. And if
And
you're
I would,
looking at,
yeah,
it seems they have been around a while.
yes. I actually bought their first EP, got it signed. I have to show it.
Okay, you do it.
This one.
Oh, nice.
You can't see it because they only had a black pen, but it's fine. Really cool stuff. And that one is from 2013, so they have been around for quite a while.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, I understand why you got hooked on this because, well, you have this. You know, when even if you did ignore this, they are only two people or stuff like that. Just listen to this gives you thoughts and feelings, and you really, it really feels like they're trying to tell a story through the music, how it builds up and everything. So it's not just okay. This sounds good. It's really some kind of storytelling sound.
Yes. And I've seen, I don't know, 100 of these types of band before live, but it's the first time where I see a band of this genre do like visuals to like present videos while playing, which
Yeah,
made it even more impactful and even more like uh, what do you call it, emotional.
yeah,
They had a song which I have no idea what it's called. I have no idea what it's about, but they had made a custom-made animation which was very much anti-Putin. You could see a caricature of him and a caricature of the Russian flag and shown them invading a land for no reason. And I assume it was a quite huge criticism of like the Ukraine war and how meaningless it is to have so many people die for nothing. And
yeah.
it was really, it really got to me. So it's one of the few times where I actually started to cry because it was like I feel the what do you call it, budskap.
Message,
Yeah, I
message.
feel what they are trying to say, what message they are trying to bring just by watching video. And to hear the piano and a really brutal drum track on top of that, it was just like, fuck, I feel so much right now.
Yeah.
And it was like a sledgehammer to the head. It was impossible to not get the message, really. So,
Nice. I love music when it feels like that. When it really get to you, when it really make you feel, and then you're starting to ignore what kind of music it is. It's just about the feeling and the messenger, and yeah, and to be able to write that kind of music. You know, I can take a guitar and write a song, or something. But to really to get to know someone, if it's lyrics, if it's the soundscape or anything, it's impressive.
Yeah, and it's especially impressive when they're trying to use their band in as many different media platforms as possible. Like they are involved in every piece of moving images that is shown during their concert. Like they want to be involved in the music videos. They want to be involved in what is shown on the screens, and it's like it's not only the music; it's the band as a concept, and I really appreciate that. When they're trying to do a bunch of things at once, just for the sake of art.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, I think we have talked enough about them now. For now, I hope we can talk more about them in future. But
yeah, I think Andreas would enjoy this. So we will talk more about
we have to
Nordic Giants.
We have to get him when he has spare time for us soon, I hope.
And I have no idea about why they call themselves Nordic Giants, but I guess it applies to them like doing the shaman get-up or something.
It felt like a bit of that, this romantic bit thing about what Nordic mythology is.
Yeah.
Or was. But I enjoy it. It's
really cool stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. But okay. Thank you, Robert. I really like it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.